Have you ever been in a meeting with your manager, leaders, and peers when your manager asks a question on how to handle a certain discrepancy the department may be facing? They may wait 3 to 4 seconds, then give you a game plan that they may have created or was pushed down from senior management. They typically still give everyone time for feedback or questions over the topic. However, the other possibilities that are mentioned typically fall upon deaf ears since the first question was purely theoretical. No matter how good the ideas of the employees are, the manager's ideas are typically the ones that would be placed into motion. This is an example of prevention focus, which could result in long-term underperformance of the overall team. After a few similar meetings, employees tend to keep their ideas to themselves as they realize their input is not really wanted, which in turn can create a negative work environment. Now passing it on to Michael.
Thank you, Joseph, for that introduction. So now we want to get into the study itself that we're analyzing in this presentation. Now, this study was conducted with 420 participants, each paid $25 in order to conduct and be a part of. Each of these individuals were given a condition based on their personality examination. And this personality examination was to determine if they were more preventative focused or promotional focused or somewhere in the middle. If you scored higher on the end of either or preventative or promotional, you were designated the team leader. So within this 420 participants of the study, they were broken into teams of 5. 1 leader who scored higher on either end, preventative or promotional, and then 4 team members. Now within this team, they were given 8 simulations. These simulations were all run on a computer simulator, and it was titled Leadership Development Simulator. And all they did is they were given different objectives and goals to achieve as a team. They were given 7.5 minutes to determine the best course of action, way to figure out, and then leadership ended up determining what they would do. And then they were given 2.5 minutes to actually execute their plan. And from there were quantifiable numbers used to determine team output, determine if they were achieving objectives, how fastly they were achieving objectives, if they were mitigating risk, and if because they mitigated risk, they avoided more opportunities. So, for example, if a team member were to bring up an idea that would actually work and achieve an objective, but the leader of that team were to shut it down, then you would receive a negative effect on your score overall. And after 8 simulations were complete, it was clear that the preventive focused leaders themselves had a lower team performance with gains and also engaged in more harmful leader overruling. And all that means when we're talking about leader overruling is that they tend to either edit what decision wanted to be made by a team member, or they rejected it altogether. And because of that, it led to missed opportunity to achieve an objective a different way. So now that we have an understanding of the study itself and its outcome, pass it over to Carrie.
Hey, thanks, Mike. So now I'll go look into putting this study into action. I'm reminded of the personality test that we took in Module 3 and a cliche question from interviews, which is, do you play to win or not to lose? First, the personality test. How did yours look? This will give you insight into what type of leader you possibly are. If you are an introverted and thinking, you're most likely a prevention-focused individual. You are going to think thoroughly before you speak and make sure you've thought of every possible counter-argument to your point. If you're extroverted and feeling, you're most likely a promotion-focused individual. You are the let's throw all the ideas against the wall and see what sticks. Right, wrong, who cares? Let's talk about it, right? So from these 2 people, have you guessed who's playing to win and who's playing not to lose? If you guess promotion-focused individuals are playing to win and prevention-focused people are playing not to lose, you'd be correct. Harvard Business Review takes a deep dive into this and describes promotion-focused individuals, who are the people who are playing to win, work quickly, consider alternatives, are open to new opportunities, are optimists, they seek positive feedback, but they feel depressed when things go wrong. On the other side, our prevention-focused people who are playing not to lose. These individuals work slowly and deliberately. They strive for accuracy, prepare for the worst, are stressed by short deadlines. They revert to the tried and true ways of completing tasks, uncomfortable in the spotlight, and anxious when things go wrong. Now that we've discussed and assessed what type of leader we will be and determined what category it might fall into, how do we implement this into our careers? As you lead teams or become part of an organization, it's good to know your strengths so you can play to them. but also understand your weaknesses so you can surround yourself with people and teams that have strength where you might fall short. Furthermore, once we have the understanding with ourselves, we need to also look to the strengths of the individuals and team around us to harness the attributes and build an engaged and harmonized team. Understanding these dynamics with yourself, teams, and organizations will help you develop engaged individuals, diverse teams, and solution-driven organizations. After all, it's success, and I wish you nothing but that in your MBA journey and life. Hope you enjoyed our talk. Go Tigers.